So I don't know what life is giving right now because I literally did videos today and I went back. Sorry about the glare on my glasses, guys. I really need those to see. My contacts are acting stupid on me. But I literally did them and it literally recorded. And the next thing I know, I went to edit them and they were only 3 minutes long. And I promise you, no lie, I seen this thing recorded and I see that my video was longer than 3 minutes. So that video is stalled once again, and I did not feel like at this point I done lost my notes because I'm thinking, oh, okay, you're done, they're good, and I did not feel like watching the episode to make sure I had all my notes because it's already been a week past and I've been messing with this. So we're going on to a new episode of something else because it was Love After Lockup that I was trying to get you guys because I know that's a fan favorite around here. But I can't do it. I can't keep watching it over and over again. But we're going to jump into Bad Boys LA Season 1, Episode 3. I didn't even get the name of this. I'll drop it down somewhere. Let's jump into it. So it's the next day, and Curtis and Moolah is on the, I guess, like little balcony area in the backyard where they're smoking hookah. And I think Curtis is having like this aha moment that, dude, we're on here and it looks like we are against the gay community and that's not going to be a good look. And if anybody ever know anything about the gay community, aka X the baby, cancellation is real for them. I don't know if they would cancel you guys because we don't even know who you are. And we could probably care less after the show is over because I can already tell you're not going to be a fan favorite. Just in case you thought you were not. But in all actuality, it do make you look bad. And Moolah just want to keep saying, oh, I just want to know. I just want to know. In the midst of them talking, Milan is walking to the pool and he sees them. So he walks up and tries to confront them on what they did wrong. And basically, what made a lot of sense is that in the end of the day, you continuously asking this boy his sexuality and he is not telling you. Obviously, he's not comfortable with letting us know. And now you're trying to make him out himself on national television. I don't care that Zeus is just a paid app, that people get. I don't know how many subscribers Zeus have. But in the same token, because it is Kurt Franklin's son, the news would travel a lot faster than if you or Curtis had to come out of the closet. You understand what I'm saying? And like Milan said, it was a form of bullying for you to sit there and be like, oh, either you're going to tell me or I'm going to beat your ass. And it's like, why do it matter? Moolah said it did have nothing to do with that. He was not going to like beat him up or anything like that. He beat him up over the fact that Kerrion got loud with him. Missed that whole concept all the way. I just felt like Kerrion kept beating around the bush when it came to what was your sexuality. I don't feel like Kerrion ever got loud with you. I don't think you liked the fact that the boy did not come out and say what he was, and so you thought you were just gonna punk him and to make him tell you what is his sexuality, which is really none of your damn business. If you felt away about being in a house full of gay boys, I don't think you should sign up for a show called Bad Boys. Because at any point in time, I don't know if I would have thought this was for straight places. I mean, anybody could be a bad boy, but it really gives off gay male, only because of the fact of we know what Bad Girls Club was, and y'all are trying to make a spin off of that. Moolah does apologize to Milan, but Milan tells him you need to save that apology for Kerrion because that's who really deserves it. Then Curtis feels like, Milan, you owe him an apology. Curtis, if I was Milan, I would not give you an apology because at the end of the day, you did try to punk and jump in on that fight. You knew Kerrion fell on you because of the fight happening. You're in the proximity. Guys, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real fast. If you're in the proximity of a fight and you don't want to get hit, back up. You see it already happening. You see it's about to go down. Go ahead and back up, give them space. or you're going to be hit in the crossfires. And you knew that. And you continuously, you pushed that boy hella hard off of you that made him lose his balance, and then you would square up like you wanted to fight him. Curtis, that was very lame of you to do, to try to jump in the middle of a fight where you know that boy is disoriented because he got sucker punched anyway. But Lon said he was going to apologize because of the fact that it did not have anything to do with him. So he really didn't need to jump in to protect Kerrion. But he's not apologizing for the fact of almost beating your ass because of the fact that you tried to jump in on that fight. But we all good, and we're going to let it go. Kerrion, Gutter, and Relly B. Somebody going to tell us what's going on with Kerrion and damn Gutter? Y'all seen how Gutter came over to Kerrion on that balcony, and he had rubbed his hands across his belly, very intimately, if that's a word, intimately, I think. Y'all caught that? Cause I caught it. Relly B caught it too. So they're on the balcony and they're talking about the whole situation in hand. Kerrion said that the hit was nothing. He ate that shit up. Kerrion, you literally was bleeding from your fucking mouth. Out of all the fights, you were leaking. So you didn't eat that hit. You didn't eat it. And you was pretty disoriented during that fight. But we're going to let you have it because you know it's bad boys. We can't let them know that, hey, yeah, he kind of almost knocked my ass out. But he said he was going to still confront them about the situation at hand. Gutter said when you do it, he wants to be around so that he can have his back. So really, just like the rest of the viewers sitting at home, is peeping this little shit. So he said, so what you need to be there for? Well, I mean, that's my friend, and I need to be my friend because he's on his own, and I don't want him to be by himself. I don't need him to be by himself. And he was like, y'all got something going on? And he go Kerrion, no, that's just my friend. I'm just helping him with his brand, trying to get his brand up. How? What is your brand that you're going to help somebody else gain their own brand? You know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason we know you, Kerrion, is because Kurt Franklin cussed your ass out over the phone and was looking like, oh my gosh, not melodies from heaven. Not on this phone cussing you out like our regular mamas and daddies. That's the only reason we know you. So I'm trying to figure out how you gonna help a brand. Whatever. Really, we here with it. We are here with it. I see it. I see what it's giving. Okay. Relly B then explains his issue with William. William and him are friends. And apparently William will be on the phone popping them lips all the time about, oh, I don't like so-and-so. When I see so-and-so, I'm going to fight them. And every time you get around so-and-so, your ass is on mute. He said that's the reason I follow him, because you're always popping shit. But when it's time to get down and gritty, you're nowhere to be found. You're on mute. And I told him I was tired of hearing that. So when I told him either you're going to fight him or I'll beat your ass, I meant that shit. And he said the only reason he really followed Dylan is because William is his friend. And he was holding, gonna hold William down, but understand, William, I'm still gonna tag your ass because you should have never said you was gonna fight somebody and you know you wasn't. Really, it's still a little form of bullying, a little old school minded to be like, either you're gonna fight him or I'm gonna whoop you. It's still that same mindset, but it's a little more of a backstory. Now we know, but apparently William has been on Catfish like 3 times. So we're going to take that with what it's worth. Obviously, if you sit here and catfish people in the late 2000s, the 2020s, or whatever you want to call this shit, should we really give a fuck about you getting your ass whooped? No, because who does that? 3 times at that. 3 times. William and Dylan is in their room. William is out there, writing his little rap because, he the gay white hip hop artist, whatever. And of course, they gotta talk about the whole situation. Dylan ass was scared. He said, "Well, fights breaking out everywhere," and he was scared. And William is like, oh yeah, it was a lot going on. I'm really not with all this. I'm not with the fighting. I feel like bad boys can be more than just us tussling all the time, which is true. I think that was another thing that where the Bad Girls Club went wrong is that it became, oh, who was the baddest based off if I could beat your ass or not. No, being bad is not only based on your hand capability or if you can sleep with everybody that you come across. I think that's where the brand started to diminish. Dylan feel like he do fine have a friend in Milan because Milan did step in and take up for him when it came to really be fighting him that day. So he was happy about that. Even though him and William are on good terms, he don't consider William a friend. He's still like, I really don't trust him. William gets into the whole thing about dating when he was in high school, dating black girls because he was scared to be outed as gay because he didn't want to be bullied or jumped every day. And he was like, his black girlfriends would basically save him from ass whoopings every day. And I was like, this was a conversation where you could have left us out of it, because then it made me look at you a little. So you used them. You were closeted, and you decided to date the black girl so that they can give you security. Okay. Kerrion sees Curtis and Moolah in the kitchen hanging out, and basically sits down to confront them about the situation at hand last night. But in this very way of making it seem like y'all only asking me about my sexuality is because y'all are very closeted. Now, a lot of people has been saying this about Moolah and Curtis, and maybe I'm missing it. Maybe my gaydar is a little off and I'm not seeing it. But I just don't see them as being closeted gays. I feel like y'all huddle up together because y'all have two things in common. You're from New York and you're both straight. And you're both ignorant to think like, okay, I think this is because I'm in a house full of gays, you're straight, I'm straight. We're just going to click up with each other because we don't know how to handle ourselves around other gay men, because we have the preconceived notions just because they're gay and I'm straight, they're going to like me because I'm a man. As if even though I'm gay, I don't have preferences as if a straight person have. Just like every straight person you see, you don't like them. It's the same thing for gay guys. Every male they see, they do not like and do not want to have sex with. So I like the whole thing of Kerrion basically flipping the script on them and being like, oh, you're so worried about my sexuality, let's discuss yours, because y'all the only two stuck up under each other's ass all day. So now explain this one to me, since you're so worried about what I got going on. After having this whole conversation with damn on Milan, Mulan still asked the question about his sexuality. And I was like, did we not learn anything from Milan when he said that it's not nice to try to out people? But Kerrion do finally say that you can call him bisexual because anything and everything has been in his inbox and has tried to holler at him. And I guess you must have given any and everything some type of attention because you eventually just say you bisexual. I feel like Kerrion is more fluid. I feel like you date anything that walks your way. If you like it, the vibe is right, you're going to talk to it. Sorry. And if I'm saying it and it's wrong, I'm not trying to be funny or degrading. It's just how it just came out. I'm not trying to be that person. But I do believe he's more fluid with his sexuality. You would date whatever you are attracted to at that moment. After he says this is when Moolah wants to get on the subject of his father being Kirk Franklin, being so heavily in the church. How do he feel about his sexuality? Maybe he don't know. Or maybe he just don't fucking care because Kerrion has not been there and we already see the relationship is very rocky to begin with. Milan is in his bedroom putting up his clothes and Anthony comes in because they did fight over this room, but he gonna let Milan have it because Anthony said he got his own mission at home, so this don't impress him. I couldn't tell because the first episode you was running all through that house like, this is nice. This is nice. So, it gives me that you ain't been in too many mansions in your lifetime, but we're not going to speak on that. While Milan is putting up his clothes, Natalie calls and they find out that Lana on the Track is hosting this bowling party, and Zeus is basically the money factor behind it. And because Zeus is in it, they get to come to the thing. Natalie had to give them the rundown, like, listen, this is an industry party. Anybody is gonna be there. I need y'all to learn how to act. Meaning, don't go in there with all that hooting and hollering, wanting to fight like y'all doing in this house for the past 2 days. Get it together. Milan lets the other boys know, put on your best because we're going to be out and about at this industry party and we need to be looking our best and we need to represent the brand. What's the brand? We still have no idea what our brand going to be as bad boys, but I guess we're going to get there. Everybody goes to get dressed except for like Kerrion. Kerrion felt like what he already had on lounging around the house was good enough. Okay. I mean, the only people who actually looked like someone when they walked out of the house was, I like Milan outfit. I thought that was like nice. Curtis' outfit was straight. I mean, it was a simple all black. Boys don't have too much things to go on. Moolah, of course, came out in his Talk Money, Nothing Else shirts and apparel. Even though you have yet to talk about money in here, you have talked about bitches and Kerrion sexuality the whole time. So I'm not really sure you live up to your own brand. And who else was a standout person with their outfit? William had on that cheap ass spandex money. It's like money printed everywhere jumpsuit or some shit. It just gives me, no tea, no shade because I still shop there from time to time. It gives me a little Lovely Wholesale, a little AliExpress wear. It was not industry party worthy for me. I just felt like, if anything, we should have worked on our brand with our clothing first because y'all was not giving at all. And I understand that it's a, bowling alley and you should be a little more comfortable, but still, guys, we're going to be the Mr. People. And I can't go out like that. Everyone's in the van and, everybody's trying to distinguish who's going to be excited to be around industry people. And then, we have the ones that's like, oh, I be around these people all the time. Like, it's nothing for me. And I'm looking like, there's differences in celebrity status. There are A-list, B-list, and very Z-list. If your people are Z-list celebrities, you are now in a new field of work right now. Don't play with it. They get off the van, and Natalie basically gives the rundown again about their brand. Make sure this is y'all party. Y'all hosting this party. They're not hosting this party, Natalie. Lana on the Track is the name that is bringing the people out. Zeus Network is basically the money behind it. You guys just got to go because we're filming, and why not? We need some production. So y'all can come. That's basically what it gave to me. But she was giving it like, y'all came up together, put this party together, got the guest list together, and these people are coming out because of a party that y'all throwing. Which would have been great if that was something that y'all had going on. I really don't know what y'all gonna have going on this season to market yourself, but that would have been good to host a party. So they're in there and, they go in their section. They having a good time. Some was doing more than others. Really B, Dylan, especially goddamn William, is in there just shaking ass, throwing ass, twerking. Now, I'm all for you having fun at the bowling alley because we have a bowling alley here like that. After, I want to say, like 8, 9 o'clock, if you're not 21 and older, you can't come in there. They got the DJ playing the music, people bowling, people drinking, eating wings, all that. But, it's not one of those, it's not a club. So you don't be really twerking in there. You do a little chair twerk, a little two-step if the song get right. But you're not in there, like this is the club. So a lot of them was embarrassed by the way they behaving in there. And especially William was cool. William had that, y'all know how them cheap outfits be making y'all booty jiggle real good. That's what William had going on. William just knew he was throwing that little ass. Baby, that is the material. I know because all the little booty people know if you ain't got that much ass and you going out, you put on that material because if you're shaking it a little bit, give it all you got. That shit just like, brr, 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 like, and that's what it was giving. But we just knew he was lifting that ass cheek out. I was like, boy. So of course, Moolah apparently got them ass cheeks shaked on him a little bit. I don't know if we don't really meant to be shaking his ass on him, or did it just happened because it happened. We're in this little section. I'm dancing. You were just right there. I'm not really trying to dance on you, but of course, Moolah just just mad as fuck because them booty done jiggled on him. Curtis peeps it, and Curtis like, you know what? Let me pull my boy to the side, and let him calm down and see what going on. Milan goes outside. Moolah go outside. Him and his Milan name is too close together when you really start just talking out your mouth. Then he go outside, and he's like, "What's the problem? What's wrong? Why you looking like that? We having fun." He's shaking his ass cheeks on me. I don't like that shit. I tired of this. And it's like, boy, chill out. That boy mean to be shaking his booty on you like that. It just happened. You in the proximity, just like them fights. You see your boy shaking that ass a little too hard, just back up a little bit. It's okay. So Curtis, calms him down, like, hey, we're in here, it's an industry party, let's lift it up, it's all these bad bitches in here, let's go. Like, they like, do Curtis give you kid brother vibes? Cause he giving me kid brother vibes, like always, like that's why I say I don't see it as them being gay. I don't see him as having a secret love affair going on. I see it as Curtis looks at Moolah as like that cool older brother that you want to hang out with, and sometimes he lets you hang out with him. So when you're hanging out with him, you try to be just like him, so he don't like tell you can't come the next time. That's what it's giving for me. But they go back in the party and enjoy the rest of the time until, guess what? Y'all remember that fight that happened between the baby and Danny Lay's brother at the bowling alley? It was like plastered everywhere when I woke up that one morning. Apparently Zeus Network was there and caught it all on camera. And I was like, what? This could have been the episode. We could have cut out all this shit about Kerrion and his damn sexuality because I really didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. Show us the fight. Because when I woke up that morning and seen that shit, I was like, and seen Danny Lay's brother get beat the fuck up like that. Now, I'm not one for violence. But Danny Lay's brother had talked so much shit in interviews. Like, when I see him, it's gonna be a problem. I'm run up on him. He don't want to catch me one-on-one, this and that. All that shit he was talking. And in them interviews, I was just thinking to myself, like, you don't know the baby crazy, right? Like, I don't even, before I even know who the baby was, I heard of the baby in those antics before I really even knew his music like that. So, yeah, interesting enough. Well, guys, that is the video. I'm going to go on here and show you if I can go and catch the next episode so we can be caught up on this one and get it uploaded to you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the new subscribers or to the thing. I will try to get Love After Lockup as soon as I can. Probably try to get that in tomorrow since I work late tomorrow. I work a later shift, so maybe I can get that out in the morning. But until next time, bye, guys.